All right, welcome everyone. We are Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hajime no Ippo, Season 3, Episode 5. All right, we're here.
Aoki, you are ready.
Yes.
You have been calmed.
Yes.
You have been shown the your goddess of victory. She is there to support you.
Indeed.
You have already lost.
And Aoki also has a special move that he has prepared specifically for this here. We will
my God.
get to see what it is. All of them.
I am the Japan champion.
Exactly.
You're not.
You're
shouldn't
a challenger
be facing
that
me
shouldn't
here.
be here. Exactly.
Yeah.
So Aoki, you need to channel that confidence.
Yep.
Get under his skin and go crazy, man. Go
That's
wild.
right.
So y'all, without further ado, guys, what's there to say? Aoki, we could have imagined. Because what we thought was more along the lines of the possum-related thing.
Yeah.
We thought that was actually kind of the thing
It's
you were
like-
going to do.
and
so once
I
we
like
saw
it,
the
like-
knockdown thing, we're like, that's brilliant. That is
Yeah.
a decent move. I've actually thought about that before this match.
I have two, actually.
I'm gonna have to spring back up immediately.
Right. Well, and
Like right when they turned around. And then
Yeah.
the ref would have to get out of the way
you're
fast enough.
Oh, gotcha. You're talking about the looking a different direction. That's what you had thought about.
No. The idea of when someone was being knocked down, they fell down intentionally. Then the ref
gotcha.
starts going in and counts 1, 2, and ref's way better because it wasn't that
God.
it wasn't that he got off anything different regarding his punches. It was a frog punch both times.
Yeah.
But what he basically did was said, oh, like, no, there must be something really important going on outside the ring. What is wrong with you, Imai? How do you fall for that?
No,
like,
okay,
that is basically the genius aspect of this, is that he had to win the mental battle before he did that. Otherwise, he wouldn't follow his eyes. He would just jab him.
Right.
That's
and
brilliant.
now this is a prime example of fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me.
Right.
Aoki did a great job with leading up to this because
Yes.
so the one of the things that that I really like when they bring it up in this show and you know in but you also want to you don't need to be a better boxer than them.
Sure.
You just need to beat them in this match, right? So, you know, like seeing things from the protagonists of where they have to adapt specifically to their enemy.
Yeah.
Usually it's something where it's okay, this is their fighting style. I need to make sure that they don't beat me because of this thing. But it's usually not I will use this as a way to attack them because this is how they roll. Now, it makes sense because Ippo is usually the underdog, so it's more important that he doesn't get hit by their strengths or has some, you know, generally really good like the Gazelle punch is actually probably one of the best examples of it.
It is, yeah.
Where it's okay, I'm low to the ground than a lot of people. I'm short, so I'll duck under and then come up and there you go, right?
Yeah, and Ippo has the capacity to drive a lot of force into his punches. He just needs to hit it in a good spot so that it deals that maximum critical hit damage.
Right, that one punch that knocks them out.
Yeah.
In the case of Aoki, it totally makes sense that because of course his techniques are so ridiculous anyway, he doesn't have a good foundation to work off of in general, right?
Yeah.
So if he's going up against the world champion, of course,
national champion.
National champion,
Yeah,
right?
lightweight national champion.
But with the amount of difference that there is between the two of them technique-wise, of course he'd have to do stuff like that. The fact that he, you know, all these things happened before the match to piss off Imai, that just, oh my God, hold on.
Yeah, this was something that he was fighting him in before the match even started.
No, right, but but we even saw that this would happen because when Imai peed on him, that was something where he turned when he shouldn't have. The foreshadowing.
The genius level foreshadowing.
Now, is that also something that Aoki orchestrated? Who knows? Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Could have been. But that kind of like stupid shit where no one would ever suspect this because it's dumb. I love to see it because it's something where Aoki's like, okay, this guy's really serious. He won't see this coming. There's just no way. Yeah, he's already looking down on me. I'll fake him out with the pretend to be really weak and stuff. Because, you know, if that had gone on for another round or two, he would have just genuinely been in that situation.
Yeah.
But I'll do it early, and then I'll get him. I'll double blind get him.
Yeah.
You know, in the way that no,
Yeah,
Omae wo mo shinderu.
Nani?
Yeah. And I love on the second one that he looks, and as he's looking, he's like, no, wait.
Don't do it.
By the time his brain is realizing
Don't do
what's
it.
happening, his body's already moving, and like he can't send the signal to his body to stop it or like to change it in time. And then he's like, where'd he go? Uh-oh. That was
He
just...
even gets enough time to look back and see where he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that it worked the first time, but it didn't actually knock him out.
Mm-hmm.
Because then when it happens the second time, there's like, it's just so good. And then the fact that he's like doing it again. Oh my God. You love to see it. And then he gets enough time to come back and look and see where he is. And just, barely be able to put, because he did put his fist up there to defend himself. I have to give props to Imai here. You do see that his left fist comes right up
across
in front
and catches it.
But he's not.
But he's
strong
still going to
enough.
be knocked down,
right? Because
and for
Aoki
the
is,
second time in a round.
Exactly, and this is Aoki's full weight behind.
Yep.
The punch, which is something that he was saying that if he connected cleanly, it would break his neck, like break his neck, basically. So Aoki nearly took this guy's head off, but because he was still good enough as a boxer in this regard, he didn't basically get spine damage based from this. So Aoki,
but tons of pride damage.
yes, major and freaking Takamura and Itagaki's dad just like, I can't believe we actually were fooled by that second time as well. But like Yagi's little bit here, or not Yagi, the coach's assistant third here. We've got his name on here, but I'll get it in a second. But basically, his little moment of being like, no, guys, like he's very much
the champion, the belt is within your grasp. Whatever you're gonna do, go and give it your all. Yep, and Aoki did.
Yeah.
He ended up doing it. I love that when Kamigawa saw Aoki do the look to the side and then the punch, he said, like, it is very rare that I see something like that, like in all my like career or whatever, which means that as dumb as it is, Aoki, you're not the first person to try something as silly as this.
Right.
Like Kamigawa's like, wait, no. Oh, this takes me back 38 years ago. There was this just dumb kid, decided, you know what? I'm gonna try and just
psych him out with
something.
Like I thought what it was gonna be, like once he was like, no, I need to use a move. I'm like, oh, there's something else still that he was gonna do something where he'd like trip and fall, like he'd like lunge at him and then be like, and then he'd fall.
Right.
But on his way down, as he'd fall,
like catch
he'd like
himself.
kidney punch him or something. Like something like a really dick move like that, where it's like, it allows him to get underneath his guard or something.
Right, because it's just unexpected movement, yeah.
Or he does literally like a rolling thunder as he's falling and then sets him up to frog punch. And then by the time he turns around, he's already leaping into his chin,
it's like, if you fall without there being contact made, do you need to show that you're ready to fight?
No, probably not.
If it's an intentional thing, then it's
but
like...
you have to have it be an actual full fall. Like that probably has to do with more like knees and butt touching the ground. Like a combination of those. But if you rolled on your back, that would probably be just fine. But Aoki basically did the equivalent of like so there's this one MMA match I saw a highlight clip of, and it was a Dark Souls meme, and it was just like, yes, every Dark Souls player out there, and he just, and the guy was just like, what are you doing? And he's just like kicking at him, and he just roll, and Aoki is basically doing the same thing as that, but just this move is so good, and wait, oh no.
Because like... It's so dumb. But like, because one of the things that I was thinking coming into this match, right before we actually had even the episode before this, is, okay, how do you make it so that the match can be taken seriously when it needs to be taken seriously? Because if Aoki wins, does that kind of make it feel like it's diluting the achievements of some of the other boxers because they actually got the championship. Because how do you make it so that the champion doesn't just feel like...
That's just a pride thing.
No, definitely. Right. But like, how do you make it so that you feel like Aoki actually earned it rather than it just being a haha, Aoki's funny, so let's make him champion too?
It was show how much thought he put into this.
Exactly.
That's how they
right.
did it. Yep.
And I love that that's there because, and it's almost like if Aoki does win, he couldn't have win if it was anyone but this guy.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
like that. The fact that he already was underneath his skin, he got him to pee on him and everything and all this stuff, and the seeing him, you know, taking off his boxers so that way he could actually like weigh in with as little weight as possible. You know, all those things just sort of coming together to have this
Aoki
guy
had ascended into like the genius level of winning the battle before it even started.
Right, like if Aoki had actually managed to get to like second place or third place and then challenged him, I don't think it would have worked because then he would be
As being a gag maverick joke boxer as
and
well.
and that it could actually work, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, but you just got to fifth with that.
Right.
Like you shouldn't even be fighting
Yeah.
me. Okay, you do that once or twice, but I can handle all that stuff,
Yep.
right? I am the champion, you know. But
That's fantastic. I also
Yeah.
love that they gave little bits, like there's the part where after the round, the fifth round, Aimai is like, I can't focus on anything. Basically already showing that he's lost the mental will to kind of keep himself, oh, I'm dead, a possum.
yeah.
Imai was like iron will resolved to basically not overextend himself in the slightest bit and
Right.
just play clean boxing.
Yep.
And by this point, Aoki had so completely worn that down to where, yes, even the slightest stimuli of, oh no, was enough to make him go, no, wait, really? What's go? Is there a fire? Earthquake?
Oh my god. I
Is
love
my
that.
ex here? You know,
Right. So
the kind of things of what was going through his head of why Aoki would look could have been anything from like, you know, Takamura actually transformed into a bear and it was about to attack them on the thing.
Yep.
It could have been anything.
Yep.
But I love that it worked twice. Like that.
Yeah, because the first time
that is amazing.
The first time, and when literally everyone in the stadium also turned.
Yes,
So
in the
like no one even really got to see it happen.
Right.
I love it. That goes to show that this is something that Aoki just pulled off to a T.
Yeah.
Right.
Natural 20.
Yeah. Exactly. But then when it happens the second time, it's just like, okay. It's a testament to the amount of penalties Aoki has basically put on his you know, insight checks, wisdom saves, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
And then the fact that Takamura also gets taken in by it, it's, well, maybe
that's just perfect.
those rolls just weren't very high for you originally in the first place, Takamura.
See, when you do a performance check of this magnitude on a stage of this level with all that lighting, those are just adding all these natural advantages against the crowd. But none of those apply to Imai. The ones with Imai, those had to be set up days before.
That's right.
Hours before, you know, in all kinds of setups. Yeah.
Keikaku.
Bringing
Dori.
Tomiko to the match. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly as planned.
Yeah. Genius.
I gotta say, though, more than I am excited to see how the rest of this match plays out, and I am excited to see that.
Yes.
What I'm most excited to see is Aoki's first defending match. Because
we think we'll see one that soon?
not necessarily that soon, but we'll get one eventually, I think, because I think he's going to win this match here.
Oh
right?
yeah, he definitely already won.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
It's over.
He's already won.
Yeah,
Right,
he's already won.
Unless the one exception that I could see is that if Imai has basically because his whole world has been shattered here. His whole framework for how he thinks about things and everything has been completely shattered.
Yeah.
If his ex shows up and gives him that pep talk of, come on, you know,
Pep talk. He's in the ring.
no, I know, right? But what Tomiko was going to do of running up and being like, get up, you know, or something like that. I don't know.
I mean,
she probably wouldn't be able to do that. But like,
I think she was going to be running up because she thought he was out. So she was wanting to make sure he's okay. You know?
Sure, yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. What am I talking about? But
yeah, there's probably rules about how close people can get to the ring if they're not part of the official.
That is. Yeah. Now that I think about it, that definitely does make sense.
Yeah.
But that I could see there being something where it's like, okay, yes, you've taught me this, Aoki. I will never forget. you know, that you made me learn this lesson that I was too stubborn to learn until now, you know, kind of a thing. And then he takes his life back. I don't think that's going to happen. But if there was some way that it did end up going that way.
So what you're saying is that Aoki may not be able to save Ippo's love life, but he can save his opponents.
That's right. Yeah. There's some things that are just not even Crucifix Aoki can save, you know. But, you know.
God.
But maybe he can save this man.
Yes. But either way, I think the whole nation of Japan was just saved in that instant there. They just saw the face of God basically for a split second as they're like, behold, the genius of stupidity.
But can you imagine?
Peak. You may not like it, but this is what peak manliness looks like.
Exactly. But can you imagine what it will be like, Caleb, when Aoki wins and he has his first defending match, and the person is like, "Oh my God, this is what? Okay, all right, yeah, let's."
They're like, "I've studied all your techniques."
Exactly.
They see him do the wobble thing, and they're like, "Oh," and then they start to wobble with him or something, and they're like, "I've studied all your moves, and now I will use them to defeat you."
Like,
you know?
like because then people will actually have to take Aoki seriously because he's the champion. He's the national champion, right? So man.
Someone comes in that's even dumber than Aoki. They're like, "Your moves brought me this far, but I've evolved beyond you." And let's do this. And then they start going at it, and their whole thing is like, "Oh yeah, like I'm gonna make you lose focus." And Aoki's like, "That's just stupid." Bop, bop, bop.
I don't even know what.
You merely adopted the stupid. I was born in it, molded by it.
Yeah.
I didn't see fighting. I didn't see a championship belt until I had lost 6 times. You've learned nothing.
Yeah.
God,
so
it's amazing.
This episode was a blessing.
Tomiko and him are gonna have a wild night. That's all I'm
definitely
gonna say about that.
Yes.
Because what we've also noticed here, Aoki's taken like no damage.
Yeah.
So one of the most impressive things about this like match in general was he did get worn out because of all the punches.
Right.
But that's not damage. That's the kind of stuff that makes him lose some stamina.
His arms might be sore, kind of a thing.
Right,
you know,
right.
But,
Right. So he's going to have some nasty patches here. But overall, in terms of his actual energy levels, that's why he was able to recover by switching to an outboxing style, which also, let's just give him props for that.
Timing like the punches to break his rhythm. Yeah, so he couldn't recover.
He switched styles. He went towards basically the style that we've seen from Mashiba. And basically went for that long-range jab kind of style.
Right, even though it never went into like true flicker territory.
Oh no, definitely not.
Aoki's not
flicker
that good.
that's an actual skill you need to develop with regards to a punch. But just switching into the whole, no, I'm going to shift my left shoulder towards you, have my, you know, one down here, so I'm guarding against your jabs coming in on this side here, and then I'll just throw the fast ones up here.
Right. Yep.
That's just something we've never seen Aoki do in terms of that, because Aoki's not an outboxer.
Right. And
he doesn't fall into the category of a specific style of boxer even.
And he beat Imai in that game too, because Imai is the champion. If anyone were to have trouble with stamina, it should be Aoki. Now, granted, Aoki set him up so that he was at a deficit stamina-wise, right? But as far as recovering stamina too, Imai should be better at that than Aoki, right?
Right.
So now he had a lot to make up for, but Aoki specifically managed to figure out how to recover himself while disrupting Imai so that he wouldn't be able to recover.
Right.
And that's crucial, because otherwise it would have been like, you can fool him with that, but you wouldn't be able to fool him with that move again, for sure. Like, maybe the look away, but,
Right. I think the difference is that it's like a video game, basically, where if you deplete your stamina bar down to the bottom before letting it go back up, it's slower on the recovery.
It has to, like, fully recharge one of the bars before you can use it
again. Yeah, but with Aoki, what he did was he didn't actually use his stamina.
He kept it in manageable levels.
Well, I think he basically let his hit points go down in exchange for not losing stamina, basically.
Oh.
By, like, taking those hits and stuff, it's like, oh, yeah, it causes stamina to be used to do this, but I'm not actually needing to use that much stamina to take this punishment for 3 rounds or 4 rounds or whatever that was. And then once he then starts switching into outboxing, he's barely using any energy, whereas he keeps using energy because Imai was not trying to recover there. That wasn't a round where he was actively seeking to recover. No, he was still lunging at him and still trying to take him down as if he could actually end it there. That was the thing. And I think the coach specifically brought it up of like, no, stop.
Well, because there were points where he was trying, because I think he started doing that once he realized that Aoki wouldn't let him recover. Because he was starting to do like, he would get into his breathing rhythm, and then Aoki would, give him another jab to the face, and he'd be like, he said something about like, have you no shame or something like that, because...
Yeah, take me on like a man, basically.
Right, exactly.
But that whole thing when he's doing this there is tiring him out. And then he's like, no, stop it. All he's doing is tiring you out. And he keeps lunging at him. And then the coach says, damn it, he's too hot-blooded to hear me. So he's spending stamina that he doesn't have. Not allowing himself to recover.
Right. He's making it so that when he does rest, he's not able to really recover stamina. And then because of that, he uses up what little stamina he has left to try and win this quickly when it's not in the cards for him right now.
Right. I just think it's something that the champion could have recovered. It's not that he couldn't have because of Aoki's actual boxing. It's because of the mental state the champion was in due to Aoki playing possum on him for all those rounds.
Okay.
So that by the time he got to this point, he wasn't willing to go into a calmer style of let's breathe in the match. Like, it was in the moment.
Right. It was a combination of both, because Aoki had been beating him on the mental battle, and because Imai had been losing the mental battle, he didn't stick to his guns basically. But Aoki was also doing things to keep like prodding him so that he would have to actually, fight that mental battle that he would then lose.
Right. I just feel like it's something of where the mental battle wasn't something that he was even trying to fight anymore. He had already lost it. And by the time he had gotten to that round, this was just it. He wasn't listening to his coach. He was angry. He was emotional. And then he wasn't even trying to recover. He was just going at him.
Yeah, if anything, that was the kind of point where if the bell had been rung there, that would have been really helpful, because then the coach could actually have him sit down and be like, whoa, hold on, cut all that out, just breathe,
Right. Yeah, and thankfully Aoki got a whole round of that.
Yep.
To basically...
To drain his last reserves. Yep.
Yeah, because it was like he brought him down to his level, and then Aoki got to go back
and then beat him
up.
with experience.
Yeah, and then by the time... Imai was ready to go back into this, he's a whole round behind him in terms of basically physical levels.
Yeah, Aoki did a really good job of playing to his opponent and working his disadvantage to his advantage.
Yeah.
So, and then maintaining it.
So Aoki, you're a genius, man.
Yep.
Battle tactician, master. Well done. Like, Tomiko, this is your man right here. He's a legend. And
that's right.
We don't get to see the aftermath of the match. That'll be in the next episode, but I can't wait to watch that one, because it's gonna be so good to see everyone come around Aoki be like, bro.
What was that?
My entire opinion about you is just completely changed. Like, Kimura is gonna have this moment where he's like, buddy, I love you.
You did it. Yeah. Like, I am really curious to see how Aoki interacts with Takamura after this match. Because, Takamura is now the world champ, so there's that, right? But like...
But Takamura mentioned how he was like, oh, if he wins this one, he's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna...
So, yeah. I love the unexpected comedy in this show.
Oh,
it's so good.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be giggling whenever I think about his whole...
Oh my god.
God.
The no neck or all neck kind of aspect of it is all... Because I can make that kind of like... It's still so stupid. Good stuff. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this crazy show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Right. So we do streams Monday through Friday. They're all at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Mondays we do podcasts. Tuesdays are One Piece manga readings with dramatic voices and everything.
Yes.
And then Wednesdays and Fridays you do gaming.
Yeah, I'm playing Hades right now, which will be followed by Cyberpunk 2077 in December.
Yeah. And then Thursdays I do gaming, which at the moment is Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.